Is he really saying, what am I supposed to do with all that love? Like, is there such a thing as too much love? Really? Can I get some of that love, Max, please? That part right there, it's so clean, man. It really is mesmerizing for the ears. It's just like, wow. Wait, he held it for that long? Holy. Jonah team 여러분, Tony입니다. Good morning, everyone. It's Tony. So today marks the return of an artist that I've actually been very, very excited to finally get a chance to react to again, being Max Changmin from TVXQ. Last time we reacted to him was actually Chocolate, and honestly I went into that song not knowing anything about him, and I left being really, really impressed by the smooth vocals, the subtle tones, and the very just uniqueness overall of his voice. So yeah, if you want to go check out my reaction for that, I'll leave it linked in the description box. Be greatly appreciated if you check it out after this video. Obviously really, really excited for this. This is going to be his single titled All That Love. Definitely going to be a much more emotional, much more vocal intensive song from what I've seen from the teasers and what I've seen from the concept photos. Also very, very excited for it, because usually in this type of sense we get to hear a lot of the nice vocals that the artist has, a bit more of a slower tone to it, has more of a feels kind of nature to it. And from Chocolate, I really wanted to see more of these amazing vocals that I heard from that, especially since he did hit some really clean high notes and had some really nice flow. So I'm very excited to see what happens when the tempo slows down, when everything becomes a bit more kind of emotional, more ballad style, and really just whatever he can do. But you know, it's going to be a great time regardless. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. This is going to be TVXQ's Max Changmin's All That Love. Jinbi, ready? She check. Lego. When am I supposed to? Oh, reading text message. It's a memo. What am I supposed to do? Ooh, it's those clean vocals that I remember. It opened a lot faster. I like it. The tone is very interesting. The tone is very kind of like upbeat, bright. That was not something I was expecting. I thought it was going to go much slower, kind of like what Max is kind of doing with his voice. I thought it was going to be slower like that, but we're actually picking up pace. Very interesting. And I'm not a fan of it. It's just very kind of like different. Oh, here we go. The nice vocals. I like the simplicity of the beat too. You just have a guitar. Is he really saying, what am I supposed to do with all that love? Like, is there such a thing as too much love? Really? Can I get some of that love, Max, please? But no, but all jokes aside, very, very nice voice, very nice beat, very simple and very clean. I really heavily enjoy the beat so far and love having his voice on top of it, because he's showing off a bit more of like a higher toned voice than you saw in Chocolate, and it has these subtle nuances to it, really kind of like these flares of high notes that you don't really recognize and you don't really realize that he's kind of doing, because it's kind of like just so high up there, but it's a little like flicker on the scale. It's like eep, and then it comes back down. That was sustained was nice. Oh, that was very clean. That was super nice. Thirsty man? It's such an interesting beat because it picks up in the chorus, but in the verses it slows down, but it's actually Max's voice that picks up the tempo. He actually makes it seem like a faster beat song. So it's a cool inversion of roles, because in the verses it's actually his voice that'll pick it up, but then in the chorus it's actually the beat that picks up the tempo. So it's like a neat mixing and matching and inversion. See, these like that's very subtle like high notes, but because he's like using a deeper tone, you don't realize that he's really hitting a high note. But he actually really much is. It's very impressive, this entire song, because it's a very vocal intensive song so far, what I'm hearing. That was a nice transition. Wait. Just huh? AirPods? Hello? Who still has these? Really? Really? Big artist like you still uses these and not AirPods? That part right there with all that love, like I can't do it, but it's so clean, man. It really is mesmerizing for the ears. It's just like wow, it just really captures the attention, and it just really shows off all these amazing vocals that he's been showing throughout, but really concentrates that in that one portion. And I love that the beat kind of like just cuts out in that part, so that's really just his voice being focused on. It's awesome to hear. Awesome, man. And I like the beat in the background here. There's kind of like this echoey effect that they have in this portion of the beat, and it adds just like kind of like a nostalgic vibe to it, and it feels like you're kind of like reminiscing in your mind itself actually while he's saying that. It sounds like when he's saying like, what am I supposed to do, it's kind of like a murmuring, kind of like a whispering type of vibe to you in your head itself, so it's like you're kind of like debating in your own mind. So now he's using more of his, like I would say, regular toned voice. So you're getting a really broad diversity of what like the pitches and the tones that he can hit, because we heard earlier on the high ones, and then we're hearing now kind of like the middle tone. Earlier on we also heard like a deeper tone at some point too. So he really is showing that he has the whole range in his voice. Hey, oh man, even has the lightning connector version. Okay. You know it's killing me. Wait, he held it for that long? Holy. Gotta re-listen to that. So the beat is like bum bum. It's like on standby almost. It's just like stuttering. It's like in pause. It's just like bum 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 bum, and then his high note like just releases everything, floods the gates, opens the gates. Jeez. What do I do with all that love? Oh. No, he's not singing without. I for some reason thought he said without. No, but he's actually saying with all. Never mind. What am I supposed to do? Supposed to do without love. Supposed to do. I just thought of this, but it's a very interesting dynamic, because the song, he's continuously saying in the lyrics, what am I supposed to do with all that love? Yet we see throughout this video that he's in solitude, he's alone, he doesn't have anybody. So maybe this is like a in his mind type of thinking. It's like, what am I supposed to do with all this love that I'm receiving? What am I supposed to do, like, should this happen? I think maybe it's more of like a pondering, questioning period than actually showing off the fact that he is being loved, and maybe just like it's a deep like in thought type of process he's feeling. It's because it's definitely an interesting thing that they didn't incorporate anybody else, despite the fact that he says all that love. Ooh, I like this. It's a very kind of like old school feeling, just like they're depicting here, kind of just like synthy, echoey reverberation piece. What am I supposed to do? No lie, I think I have that lamp. What am I supposed to do? Wow. Very emotional and surprising song overall. this was a very heartfelt, sentimental song, but it was a different vibe than I was expecting. Starts off with a faster tempo and continues this faster tempo throughout the song, and it's something that I wasn't expecting in a more of like an emotional song. But this, I think, is a very clever way of keeping the song more upbeat, more bright than if you were to say slow it down, make it more emotional, make it more saddening almost to a sense. This makes it all much more brighter and lighter, and I like how that is shown off also in the music video with a much more brighter palette and brighter color tones and having a more kind of like clean, crispy type of visual aesthetic. I overall really like the song. I like how, referring back to this tempo idea, that they inverse it. So in the chorus, the tempo picks up, but then his voice, Max's voice, is actually slowed down, or like it's prolonged in certain portions for these high notes. Whereas in the verses, he actually picks up the tone and then tempo, sorry, and then it's actually the beat that actually slows down. So overall, I really like this kind of like play inversion, as well as just the simplicity overall of the musical instruments. You have just like maybe a kind of like retro sounding piano with like these long prolonged synth sounds, or just like electronic sounds esque in a sense, and then you have like these reverberations, the echo effects, and then really it's just like a drum and then a guitar, which is really all you really need for this, because I think that the biggest part here is being able to show up that Max's vocals are just on point on all so many different levels. So yeah, really awesome song, and it's definitely hyping me up so much more for his next project. But in the meantime, guys, if you want to check out my reaction to Chocolate, which was our last time reacting to him, I'll leave it linked in the description box below. Hopefully you go check it out, be greatly appreciated. But with that being said, guys, this has been Tony. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as usual, if you have any comments, questions, or something you want to talk, feel free to leave it in the comment section below, and I'll get to it as soon as possible. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching. 감사합니다, and I'll see you in the next one. 안녕히 계세요. Goodbye.
What am I supposed to do? It's all the love. 하루하루 깊어가는 맘의 별 무심하게 자리 잡은 맘의